Okay, so this is Ned Kelly over that side, and that's his cousin today. Now, this guy has a rope mark around his neck, and he is the spitting image of Ned Kelly, as you can see, right down to the shape around his head and the eyebrows and his mouth, his whole face. See there, the same mark there that Ned had from the smile, cheeky smile. That's Ned Kelly born again. Ears tucked in. That one's out because he's on an angle. But ears are tucked in, just like him. That is Ned Kelly born again. Because you look at the neck mark as well, right down to the scar where the rope was. That's Ned Kelly born again. That's what Ned Kelly looked like. That's just a portrait they paint over the portrait. The flashes are bright, so you never get to see the. It's there. His eyes blue. It's Ned Kelly. That's his cousin, and they are identical. Even, I believe this is Ned Kelly born again because he's got the scar around his neck. Still to this day. So uncanny as it seems, this is reality. See, there's his scar around his neck. Ned Kelly. And of course, I'll show you another one. This is Marcus Lucretius Crassus. Same marks, same crease marks. There's one another, I'll try and get it bigger. And same wrinkles. And on this statue he had a scar on his eye. And lo and behold, so does Phil Collins. And he has dimples there, but you can't really see them as good as you can in another picture of Crassus. Marcus Lucretius Crassus, however you spell it, pronounce it. But they're exactly the same nose, same crease. That's him. Quite a good looking man. Imagine walking into him in a dark alley because you wouldn't know it. You'd think, gee, what a handsome man, a nice looking one. He's got an angel's face, and then you feel a cold blade in your back. Marcus was the most evilest man who ever walked on this earth, and I believe he was given a second chance, and he is living it as a rock and roll singer. He killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of free slaves just wanting to be left alone. And they didn't want them, the Romans didn't want them to be left alone. They wanted them to build, get raped up the arse when they needed to, cook food and starve to death. And they never got to sleep because their owners or carers kept them awake working. Millions of them died in the hands of a Roman. And that's what Marcus Crassus looked like. And I don't know what colour Phil's eyes are. I think they're brown or blue. And that's what the same colour Marcus Crassus would have had as well. He is Marcus Crassus, born again, given another chance, like Ned Kelly was. It's really amazing to see that that is Marcus Lucretius Crassus, or I don't know how you pronounce it. But that's him. Identical. Mouth, dimples on both sides, even down to the scar there on the statue. To also, Phil Collins has a scar there. And the wrinkles, and even the nose, the marks here. Pretty much the same, except his one got broken on the statue and was put back on. Otherwise it would have been exactly the same as his. His mouth, look at his mouth. Exactly the same, that curve there. That little bottom lip. The lump in the lip. The lump in that one. Exactly the same. And there's a sag there. That is Marcus Lucretius Crassus, the murderer that killed a lot of people. He even burnt their houses and demanded they pay insurance. And he had buckets of water to put it out if they paid. That's how Rome burnt. He set it alight for money. Marcus Crassus, the most evilest man that ever walked on this planet. It was not Nero. It was not Caesar. It was not Satan. If Satan was a name, his name would truly be Satan. Crassus would truly be Satan himself. Hidden away secretly while the others ruled, while he got filthy rich and killed whenever he felt like it. They called him, because he was the richest one, to defeat Spartacus, the most beautifulest, kindest man on this planet, to fight for mankind against this evil man. That's what he would have looked like. A gentle soul at the surface. But trust me, do not ever turn your back on a Crassus. He would have stabbed you in them days as quick as look at you and felt nothing of it. He would have slept well. And he did. The only time he lost it was when his son was raped by so many thousand soldiers by the Arabs, and they killed him. And he got the news of what they did. And he broke down and was mumbling, and they killed him. They killed Crassus. They got him and killed him in the end. They probably would have raped him up the arse as well. They had to, because that's what the Romans did to people, so they would have given the medicine back. But there you go, the lookalikes on this planet.